Hi guys, so today I just did this simple classic smoky eye. It's got like a bit of silver and then just a very classic smoky eye, kind of like a bombshell look. So I started off by mixing my moisturiser with the MAC Strobe Cream. This is like a free sample you get. And I just buffed that into the skin because I wanted really hydrated, kind of smooth, glowy skin. So just working that in like massaging motions and taking it down my neck, kind of keep my neck nice and moisturised. And then I'm going to start with the eyes. So I'm starting off with MAC Soft Ochre Paintpot just to prime the eyes. And then the eyeshadows I'm going to be using are from the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics, I think that's what it's called. So I'm starting off with just this light matte colour and just washing it all over the eye just to kind of set that primer, stop it from being so tacky, and it will help everything blend a lot smoother because it's a lot harder to blend powder on top of kind of a tacky surface rather than a powdery surface. So basically for this look I'm going to work my way through all the kind of brown colours, starting off with the lightest, and that's going to go highest up in the crease. So I'm going to start right at the top of the crease and kind of blend upwards, and then as I'm getting dark with the colours I'll start going lower down, kind of further and deeper into the crease. So this one, as you can see, it's only a shade or two darker than my skin tone, but I'm just going to buff that right in the crease and bring it up towards the brow. This is going to make everything blend nicely on top. And then again, like I said, next darkest colour just to blend that along, and bringing that kind of on the outer corner of the lid just for a bit of definition there, because we are going to blend a bit of colour on there later. And for this look I'm focusing most of the colour in the outer corner and then sweeping it in the crease. So I'm going to kind of, where you place the brush first is where you're going to get the most colour and the most pigment. So I'm placing the brush on the outer corner first, and then I will buff it and blend it backwards and forwards over the crease. And then because they were all slightly cooler tones, I'm going to go in with this orangey tone just because I like a bit of warmth and oranginess in my eye makeup. So like I said, with this one, as you can see, I'm using a smaller brush and I'm putting that on the outer corner of the eye, kind of on the lid, and then blend it into the crease, because this is where we're going to start getting darker and moving kind of more smoky. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush I used to apply the first colours, just to blend all the edges so that orange doesn't look harsh anywhere. And then I'm going to go in with this purpley colour again on a smaller brush, and I'm going to work that along the lash line and bring it up into the outer corner and then up into the crease, kind of like a V. I'm winging it out a slight bit. I'm just doing little circular motions and backwards and forwards motions. And as you can see, I'm bringing that lower down in the crease, so it's nowhere near as high as all the other dark, lighter colours we put down. And then as I've got less product on the brush, I will bring it in towards the inner corner just so it kind of blends smoothly. And then again with the first brush, blending all them edges so we want nothing harsh. And then I'm going to go in the black with an even smaller brush and basically do the same thing, just more tight and more close to the lash line, not as high up as I've been doing the whole look pretty much. And you could do this technique with any colours. This is kind of like a classic kind of way to do a smoky outer corner, and then you can pick whatever you want on the lid. It's super easy. So again, clean brush, well, say clean the original brush, and just blending it, and then I'm going to take this silver pigment from Helen E, and I mixed it with the it's from Makeup Revolution. It's like a mixing medium, I can't remember the exact name, but I will link it below, just to kind of create more of a liquidy texture, you could say. Just it gives it a lot more shine, makes it a lot more metallic. And then I picked up a tiny more of the purple just to blend those edges, because we want it to blend smoothly from the silver into the purple and the black. And then I'm applying some winged eyeliner. This is the Makeup Revolution eyeliner. And I'm just doing, for me this is quite a big wing, I don't really do wings. I'm not the, you know, winged eyeliner on me is not my favourite, but I thought it would suit this look really well. So that's quite a thick one for me, but you go in however thick or thin you'd like. And then just popping on some mascara. I'm going to add some false lashes, so this is just to coat my eyelashes and make them black so that they blend in with my fake eyelashes. And then I'm going to take some loose powder from M&S and I'm just going to set where I get oiliest on my face. For me it's like around the nose and on the nose. This is going to stop the oils coming through into my foundation. It's going to make for me it makes the foundation last so much longer and look so much nicer. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't recommend it to be quite oily. Obviously if you're dry it might not be the best. And then I'm taking the Fit Me Matte and Powerless and just buffing that in with a Weaver buffing brush. And a little of this goes a long way. Like, I put far too much in my hand, I didn't realise, but you really need a tiny bit of this to cover the whole face. And then, as always, my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I don't even have to show this anymore because it's all I ever use. And I'm kind of using that to sharpen out that wing there. And I'm using that kind of as a highlight under the eyes as well, that's why I'm bringing it down quite far. So I blend all the bottom edges and that with my same foundation brush, and then when I get close up to the eye, I will just use my finger just so I don't disturb kind of the wing or anything. And setting that with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, I'm just setting under my eyes and on my nose, and then I will set where I'm going to apply my bronzer, just so it goes on smoothly. Like I said with the eye primer, powder goes on a lot more smooth on top of a kind of like a very matte surface rather than a tacky one. And then filling in my eyebrows with what I always use, which is the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Creamy Beige. And this is a hair and makeup addiction brush, and it's my favourite eyebrow brush ever. I lost it for a couple of months, I was heartbroken, and then I moved the sofa and it was under the sofa somehow. Either way, it's back in my life now. So I just made my eyebrows a lot thicker than they naturally are, because my eyebrows are very blonde and very thin. So just thicken them up. And then using my L'Oreal brow gel just to kind of create more of a bushy eyebrow so you can see the individual hairs, so it doesn't look like just a drawn on brow. You can see each hair. And then going in with that purple shade on a really kind of small brush, pushing it right into the lash line. And then once I've pushed that into the lash line, I go in with the orange shade to kind of buff it out and blend it so it's nice and smoky and blended under the eye. And you can bring this as low down as you like, depending on how smoky you want the look. And then the only shimmery shade in the palette is this shade that I'm using now. I can't remember which one it's called, but it's not frosty, it's just a very nice shimmer. It looks really nice. So I'm just packing that as a highlight under the brows and in the inner corners. And then popping on some false lashes. I got these off eBay, I will link them down below. And then some mascara on the bottom eyelashes. I applied quite a bit of mascara just to balance out with the top because we've got the black eyeliner and the long lashes. So I applied a couple of coats just to balance it all out. And then I'm going in with an old favourite Sleek Contour Kit. And I'm going to use that to kind of contour, kind of bronze. So I am starting off in the hollows of the cheeks, but then I do work it up just onto the cheeks as well. So it's not a super harsh contour, but it's also not, you know, kind of like the blown out bronzy that I usually do. And for some reason my camera always picks out bronzers really orange. Like it always seems very, very orange and patchy on camera. I don't know why, it does it with almost every bronzer I've ever used. But it's definitely not as orange as it looks on camera. And then I take a clean brush and just blend it through. And then I just add a bit of definition to my nose just because I feel like my nose gets very washed out. I don't really contour to kind of change the shape of my nose. My nose is quite crooked, but I just, you know, I can't be bothered with changing all that shape. So I just add a bit of definition back to my nose. And then go in with this peach blush, also by Sleek. It is the most beautiful blush when you just apply it with a light hand. I think on darker skin tones as well, if you kind of did like a really nice bright orange cheek, that looks so nice. And then from the same contour kit, I'm popping the highlight on. Take it on top of the cheekbones and above the brow, on the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, and on my chin. You highlight where kind of suits your face. Like for me, I'd never highlight in the middle of my forehead because my forehead's already very big. I wouldn't want to draw my attention to that. But I do highlight my chin because I don't have a very prominent chin and I want to bring it forward a bit more, so that's why I do that. Then this is an MUA lip gloss. It's quite kind of like purpley undertones, but I decided it was a bit too pinky purpley. I wanted a bit nude, so this is Gerard Cosmetics Nude. I'm just popping that on top, mainly in the centre, just to nude it down a bit. And then once I've done that, that is the completed look. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like it, comment and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.